What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out a video from Gutfeld on Fox News, where he's talking about the woke bishop is always in activist mode. Is the title of the video. We all probably know what I'm talking about, where Trump was at there and the bishop gave the wonderful speech that she did. Yeah, we're going to check that out. We're going to react to that. So let's get right into it.
It's coming your way. Hey, hey, it's video of the day.
Thank you. She used her sermon to treat us like vermin. Our video comes from the National Prayer Service, where Episcopalian Bishop Marianne Buddy, typical priest, used her priestly pulpit to lecture Trump about the evils of his new administration. Roll it, Gladys.
I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families. Some who fear for their lives. The people who pick our...
I want to know why they fear for their lives. Why is it that gay or any lesbians, whatever, why are they fearing for their lives? What are they fearing for their lives for? It's not like we said we're going to start putting down gays or something other. We're going to start doing something. I mean, what's the deal? That's nothing. What is this crazy woman talking about? What are they scared of? What are they scared of?
Crops and clean our office buildings. They may not be citizens or have the proper documentation.
Trump, yeah, I had to done
the
the same
vast majority
thing.
of immigrants are not criminals. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President.
Oh, they do our dishes.
But he's a quack.
Well, that was infantile. But you know, she kind of looks familiar to me. Was she once a news reporter for WKRP in Cincinnati? She later went on CNN.
This one's right here. So the people on the left right here, what they'll go ahead and say is that that's what MAGA Trump supporters do, is they poke fun at people, especially people, and then they'll say something about it being, well, I thought y'all were all religious. This woman right here probably don't even really worship God.
To explain herself.
I was looking at the president because I was speaking directly to him. I was also, frankly, as you do in every sermon, speaking to everyone who was listening through that one-on-one conversation with the president, reminding us all that in the people that are frightened in our country, the two groups of people that I mentioned are our fellow human beings.
And we don't know what they're frightened for.
They have been portrayed in all throughout the political campaign in the harshest of lights.
Harshest of lights? I've seen more attractive bishops on a chessboard. What did Trump think of this speech?
What do you think? Did you like it? Did you find it exciting? Not too exciting, was it?
Not too exciting, was it?
I didn't think it was a good service. No. They could do much better.
You know, though, Trump has changed. I mean, he didn't even call her ugly. So
That's true.
it's a start. But if she wants to push lefty talking points from the pulpit, just wait a few weeks. Save it for Joe Biden's eulogy.
No doubt.
Oh, we're all going to die. Jamie, so trans kids are in danger. I don't think any of them were shot in the head like the person she is basically admonishing.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was confused at a lot of stuff. She was like, I had a one-on-one conversation with him and everybody.
Yep. Absolutely no sense.
I don't know if it's one. I don't think he got to talk back, so I don't know how it's.
Yeah.
She said she's Episcopalian.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's you worship Joe Piscopo. It's Is that what that is?
Yeah, I think you're right.
I know Lutheran is you worship Luther Vandross, but I wasn't sure about it. I think bishops should only be allowed to move diagonally.
Just
If matter what side of politics you're on, it was boring.
Yeah.
There was one point I saw the Jesus on the cross statue peek at his watch. And I go, this is boring. In all seriousness, she brings up like a passage in the Bible where she kind of says, like, you know, God teaches us to be merciful to the stranger. But I don't think God was talking about like vans with tinted windows.
Yeah.
And stranger danger and all these
Yes.
things. Like, I mean, it's
Exactly.
we kind of tried that, right?
Yeah.
With immigration, and there's been some problems with it, and that's why like things that have to be done. I just felt like there's like a time and a place for something like that.
I'm just glad that the guy's kind of getting serious. I know that this is kind of supposed to be like a little bit of funny, but I'm glad that he's getting serious on this, because that bishop, that was just full propaganda there. She's just, yeah, that had nothing to do with anything. Nobody's under attack. Yeah, this is just, let's hear
Right?
more.
There's a time and a place, two things Biden's never sure of. But I just felt like it was for sure an inappropriate time to do something like that, and if nothing else, kind of confusing and kind of like there's many ways to interpret the Bible, and I thought that was a kind of like a narrow way to do it.
Yeah, I think the thing is, I mean, maybe you know, you think about all the victims, Kat, of illegal immigrants, or the fact that legal immigrants are against illegal immigration because they waited in line. You know.
Okay, so the way that he handled it, he didn't get into any of that.
Yeah.
I think that he didn't get into any of the content of anything she said. He didn't say, well, actually, how could you say this when so-and-so did this? He just said, you were boring.
You were boring.
Which I think she wanted to have a debate of some kind. I think everybody sat there, and I think she wanted to get a rise out of him. I think that
Exactly.
she wanted to kind of go there. And the best way, I think, really to handle somebody who's trying to upset you is to just say that all your insults weren't that exciting.
Yeah.
I like that was I would say that was a masterful move in terms of handling it.
Tyrus. You know, she didn't call him a Nazi, so that's
well. Anytime someone asks me to go to church, I'll just break this little gem out. Like, not breaking it. I'm good. I'm going to watch the game.
No, churches are like that.
This is the problem with activists. She's an activist, and she was pretending to be a person of God. To be an activist,
Exactly.
to sit there and
Thank
say
you.
that there was gay and lesbian and transgender children afraid. The only reason why they're afraid is because of your rhetoric. You're the ones who say that the boogeyman's coming to get you. You're the ones that say they're going to put you in camps.
Nobody's coming.
Trust me, the one thing that Trump can't do is keep a secret. You know what I'm saying? If he had plans, as soon as he
know about
that
it.
inauguration speech would have been way different. You know, and you would have seen all these guys with nets and, you know, just showing up. Anybody with a rainbow, get them. Like, it's just stupid.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Your parents used to do this to us. Don't look under the bed. There's a boogeyman. He's going to get you. That's why you have to stay in bed. There's a boogeyman. There's a boogeyman. There's a boogeyman. And it's all well and fine until I finally looked under the bed. And it wasn't a boogeyman. It was her boyfriend. And I beat the hell out of her. I was never afraid of the boogeyman after that. So, but that's what they do. She is responsible. The activists are the problem. They're the one trying to convince us, because the idea that lesbians and gays and trans people didn't vote for President Trump, you are a moron if you don't think that's true.
Exactly.
They did in big numbers.
Yeah, you know,
Big numbers.
Jamie and Tyrus both. There's something about the activist doesn't know time or place. They believe that you have to be self-actualized even when you're ordering coffee at Starbucks. It's like, I am an activist all the time, including when I'm in Mass, which is always that. I think that's the woke virus at its worst.
Yeah, and Trump was set up. I mean, this was not the time nor the place. Trump was set up. The cathedral knew this was going to happen because this bishop has done this many
Shouldn't they have vetted it
times.
better?
They should have been vetted. It should have been. They should have notified the Trump family. They should have notified other people. We had Lorenzo Sewell on, who was, by the way, the black pastor who gave the benediction at the inauguration, who was wonderful. He was in the Mass and he was appalled. He said, this is not the time. It is not the place for you to bring up politics. And when you say it's a debate, you know he does not have any power to debate back. Maybe at some point in time he will, but he doesn't have, that's not the right place to do that authority. It's not proper.
Well, I think tomorrow we're going to have Joe Piscopo on live to talk about if
God.
Is he upset that his own church has acted so dishonestly?
You're gonna need an extra chair for his hairpiece.
I think it's a weave.
Hey, Greg, I have a question.
so
Why do
weird.
activists look like they're active?
That is a good point.
Too busy fighting the cause.
All right, up next, Trump says bye-bye to DEI.
If you'll be in the New York area and would like tickets to see Gutfeld, go to
All right, guys. So there's the video. There's the you know, what do y'all guys think? Think that was out of hand? Do you think that was called for? Can anybody say where and why that these people are supposed to be scared? What are they afraid of? Like I said, there's plenty of gay, lesbian people that voted for Donald Trump. These people are just throwing stuff at the wall, trying to get people riled up, trying to get people scared, trying to get stuff started. That's my opinion anyway. I'd like to know what you guys think about it. Guys, that's going to do it for this video, and we will see you on the next one.